The journey to Pluto, the farthest world ever explored. On July 4, 2050, a NASA spacecraft called the New Horizon was 5 billion kilometers away from Earth. It was only 10 days away from Pluto after flying for 9.5 years, when it suddenly dropped out of contact. But let's back up a little. As of 1989, mankind has successfully sent craft to every known planet in the solar system except one, Pluto. You might heard that astronomers don't consider Pluto or its brethren to be planets. However, most planetary scientists still do, which is why we're using that terminology here. There is limited amount we can learn about Pluto from Earth because it's so far from us. Pluto, however, is a scientific gold mine. It's located in a region called the Kuiper Belt, home to many small planets, hundreds of thousands of ancient icy objects, and trillions of comets. This mysterious region holds clues of formation of our solar system, and it was long tantalizing beyond our reach. Until New Horizons. Its objectives explore Pluto, collect as much scientific data as possible, transmit it back to Earth, then explore farther out in the Kuiper Belt. To achieve this, the New Horizons team outfitted their craft to 7 state-of-the-art scientific instruments. Those include a RAF, a setup camera powerful enough to capture feature the size of city blocks in Manhattan from tens of thousands of kilometers away, and the REC, designed to use radio waves to measure Pluto's atmospheric pressure and temperature. All of the onboard equipment has to be built to be reliable and lightweight. Because New Horizons had an additional challenge, it has to reach its target as fast as possible. Why? Around 2020, Pluto will reach a point in its orbit where its atmosphere could freeze, and due to the Phillips axis, more and more of Pluto's surface is shrouded in darkness every year. Pluto completes a full origin once every 248 Earth years, so it will be a long wait for the next prime opportunity to visit it. To see how New Horizons got to Pluto in time, let's jump to its launch. Its 3 rocket stages accelerate New Horizons to such great speed that it crossed the 400,000 kilometers to the moon in just 9 hours. About a year later, the craft reaches Jupiter and got what's called gravity assist. That's where a flight close enough to gas giant to receive a gravity shock. New Horizons was then flying at around 50,000 kilometers per hour, as it would for the next 8 years, to cross the remaining Gulf to Pluto. Going at such an astonishing speed meant that slowing down to get into orbit or land would be impossible. That's why New Horizons was on a flyby mission, where it gets just one chance to stream by Pluto and make observations. The flyby would have to be fully automated since that at distance adds a signal to guide it for Earth, which is 4.5 hours to reach it. So the team loaded the ship computer with a series of thousands of commands called the core law that would begin to execute when the craft was 6.5 days from Pluto. But when New Horizons was just 10 days out, this asteroid almost struck. Ground control lost contact with the spacecraft. After 2 nerve-wracking hours, New Horizons came back online. But mission control discovered that its main computer had rebooted, losing the entire core load and other critical data. Without that, it would soon whisk by Pluto with virtually nothing to show for missions. Alex Bonin, the mission's operation manager, led the team for 72 sleepless hours to get the instructions brought back into New Horizons in time. Without room for a single error, she and her team pulled it off, and New Horizons began taking and broadcasting breathtaking images. Those observations have revealed a dark fleet various world with ground fog, high altitude hazes, possible cloud, canyons, towering mountains, fault, craters, polar cap, glaciers, apparent dew field, suspected ice volcanoes, evidence for fast-flowing liquids, and more. One of the most exciting discoveries is the 1,000-kilometer wide Spaghetti Planitia Glacier. Spaghetti Planitia is mainly composed of slowly turning frozen nitrogen, and we've never seen anything like it in our solar system. The exploration of Pluto was a great success, but New Horizons isn't done yet. On January 1st, 2019, it was break only record for a further explored object when it visits a Kuiper Belt object called 2014 MU69, which is orbiting the Sun another billion kilometers further away than Pluto. The world is holding its breath to see what is to find there.